everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. We are on the test server today to showcase the brand new fusion Thor Faehammer. I did a little bit of testing before sitting down to press record. Let me just say right at the start, I am very excited to do more testing. I was honestly kind of blown away by Thor. He seems like this guy is gonna be a freaking monster, but let's try him out in more areas. Let's see what we can do. So what is going on with Thor? Let's go A3, A2, A1, then passive. So his A3 is an AoE attack 3-turn cooldown. Before attacking, buffs himself, increase attack and crit damage. He books up to a 100% chance to permanently decrease resistance of each enemy by 10% up to 50%. That part's quite niche. I'm not really sure what that's going to do too much for you. It will help a bit in Hydra, but yeah. Then this is very useful. Has a 100% chance when booked of putting decreased speed on all enemies for 2 turns. That is amazing, right? Decreased speed, actually fairly difficult to get into Hydra teams. It's a very, very, very good debuff for Hydra, and he brings that. He's self-buffing for damage, which I think is very nice for Arena, and for Hydra as well. Beware in Hydra, of course, if he has 2 buffs more than everybody else, he can be targeted by Mischief. A2, Fulminous Ricochet, 3-turn cooldown AoE. This thing claps. It does huge damage. So it's basically an AoE attack, but after hitting the first enemy, hits every other enemy in a random order. I haven't tried this on Spider. We're going to try it on Spider because I need to see what is going to happen. But each subsequent hit increases the damage inflicted by 25%. So through the first person you hit is going to take the base damage. Then the second person takes 25% more. The third person, another 25% more. And so on. But it all happens like simultaneously in game. You don't see it bouncing. It just hits everything at the same time. Ignores block damage and killable. Very good for Arena. His A1 is a double hitter that can steal 10% turn meter per hit. And it does have a 20% chance to repeat. I saw it repeat like once. I haven't seen it repeat multiple times, but maybe it can. And then finally his passive brings this all together. Every time he does damage, he gets a thunder counter. Unfortunately, there is no in-game thunder counter. There's not like a little number beside Thor that goes up to 10. There's nothing. So as far as I can see, there's no way to track this, which is a bummer. It's actually a problem with other champions like Rathalos Blademaster as well. They could really do the counter system. Each stack, though, increases his damage, just his damage, by 3% up to 30%. Very strong. And once it reaches 10, he does another AoE attack that can stun. And after that attack, it resets the counter. But basically, he is going to synergize very well with cooldown reduction, so he can spam out more AoEs, stack this up faster. He will do very well against large groups of enemies, because he will stack this up faster and do this faster. He'll do very well with ally attacks that can make him trigger this, and counterattack can trigger more A1s to stack this up faster, make him hit more. 30% attack in all battles aura as well. Let's take a look at Thor. I've not put him in accessible gear at all. But what I have put him in is consistent gear with the showcases I did for Scarred, the more recent fusion, Rule, the Huntmaster, Ninja, that sort of stuff. So this should hopefully be very helpful as a flat comparison. But this is certainly not bad gear. In fact, it's very, very good gear. We've got 6.6k attack, 237 speed, 100% crit rate, 286 crit damage. I haven't built accuracy, but he's got some. And bear in mind, they could and probably will make it very expensive, and I can see now why Thor is such a difficult, it's the worst type of fusion, and what I think it's probably going to be hard because this guy's bonkers. 5-star soul would help the accuracy like a lot, but I'm doing it just fine. We do have him in 6-piece merciless for that 35% ignore defense and the cooldown reduction. I think that's insane for him. For his masteries, I've built him like this. So, you know, kind of standard nuker stuff, but I did give him some accuracy and extend his buffs. He doesn't really do any debuffs worth, you know, like the stun you can't extend. Let's go. Look, the first place we want to see him in, Nightmare Campaign. It's not the most important thing to farm, but it's a good thing to farm. Let's throw him in there. Let's see how he does. So wave 1, goodbye. Wave 2, goodbye. But wave 3. Yeah, okay, it's gone. 6 seconds. That's Nightmare Campaign, guys. That's Nightmare Campaign. That's Nightmare right there. Let's go again. Let's see if he doesn't get cooldown reduction. I want to see. Well, we'll force him. Okay, here comes his A2. So you can see massive damage. Then let's just come in an A1. Okay, and then he goes passive. We're slightly short on the damage. So I think for me, with my gear, assuming we don't get the cooldown reduction from Masteries or from Merciless, he kills wave 1 with his first AoE. He kills wave 2 with his second AoE. He gets to wave 3, does his A1, 10 stacks on the Thunder counter, triggers his passive, blows them all up with enough damage. If you've got lower damage, I think he's going to be bonkers as well. Because he's self-buffing, which is great. Just see it one more time because it's just so satisfying. He self-buffs. Like, this move is clapping. This move here is absolutely clapping as well. And then he comes in. The animation's a little bit slow. And then, like, if you get the cooldown, like, it's just insane. So this guy, in terms of just AoE output, is rather good. he's kind of nuts. So there you go. There's your Nightmare Campaign farmer. It literally doesn't get any better than that. That's literally as fast as it is pretty much humanly possible. Like, maybe a champion out there can do it in like 5 seconds, but 6 seconds, Nightmare Campaign. Yeah, okay. You had my interest, and now you've got my attention. Let's see him in some Hydra action. We're going to go into Brutal. I will show you this team, which I decided was a more fair comparison. But let's actually put him in with the new Epic as well. I think I still do have gear on her. But this should be... Yeah, we do. Okay, so the new Epic. She's quite fun, actually. Let's actually... You know what? Before we throw this run in, let's actually take a quick gander at her. We'll see a little bit of Hydra. We'll take Thor into Arena. I want to smack Spider as well. In fact, let's smack Spider. Then let's look at that new champion. Just a quick love tap of Spider. Never hurt anybody. But what is my normal Spider team? My normal Spider team is this, apparently. Okay. Does everyone still have gear on the test server? Okay, I think we're good. Kymar's missing gear. Okay, hang on. Let me take my Kymar. He's in there for safety. Oh, it's actually me very difficult to make it. Okay, we'll leave Kymar slow. It's fine. Slow Kymar. Let's switch out... let's take out one of the newts, and let's put in our boy. In fact, let's take out that. Yeah, we should leave in the damage newt. Let's put in our boy. Let's put in Thor. He might be too slow for this. Let me double check this works, and I'll come back. Yeah, he's a little slow. Let's just throw him into this just to see. So he'll lose some damage. We'll switch it back after. But let's just see this. Let's just see, because he was a little slow. Event dungeon. No, we want this one. Come in here. Here we go. I just want to see this actually in action. So we come in. I think the problem is Newt's actually going to kill the little spiderlings. Let's find out. So we've debuffed them. Okay, so yeah, here Newt would actually do too much damage. I'm actually just curious. How much damage can he do? I want to see both his A2 and his A3. So we'll actually make him faster. Let's see his A2. So hits other enemies in random orders. Put it to 1x speed. I mean, let's just target the spider. There's so many damage numbers, I can't even see what's happening. I've no clue what just happened right there. But he can wipe out a wave of spiderlings just fine. The replay button doesn't work. Let's go in again. Let's see this again. Just to see his A3 instead. I am curious about that. Because his A3 might actually do more damage. Oh shit. Well, never mind. We've done that. He probably will not kill the boss right now anyway. Yeah, so we'd have to come up with some sort of speed tune. I just want to see how hard his A3 would hit. I think he hits... Okay, we've got a spider team. I actually haven't tested it to see if it works, but let's find out. We've got a Mithrala to hopefully keep us alive. I mean, let's just see this. Moranix for Hex. I'm just curious, right? I just took out the newts to see. So let's just see what happens. So we're just going to buff up, make sure we got a big old shield so we're nice and protected. We've got a bolster set on Mithrala. We debuff. He comes in and he nukes, and look at that. He actually gets his follow-up hit right away as well. That was opening with his A3. So he can easily enough clear that wave, and we have built him probably too fast, let's be real. We've built him probably too fast. We could lower his damage. We reset with the Kymar. You could, because we got low cooldowns. There's his A2 instead, which claps. We open with his A1, then we priority 1 on his A2. So that, sorry, his A, we open with his A3, so we self-buff, so increase attack crit damage. But then we priority 1 his A2, so we'll do that lots. Let's see now. In fact, we've almost killed him here. Bang, and just deletes them. So yeah, it certainly works. He has a ton of potential for Spider. There's no question. He's hitting hard. He's triggering the follow-up attack constantly. Yeah, cool. It's pretty good. It seemed maybe a little bit clunky with Hex. Maybe if Hex takes the kill, sometimes it won't work. I'm not 100% sure, but seems solid for that anyway. But let's take him to where we really want to see him, which is Hydra. Let me show you this Void Epic before we dive into Hydra. Here we go. So she is interesting. She is going to be the epic that's part of the fusion. I think there'll be 4 of her up for grabs. So she reminds me a lot of Genbo plus Morag. So she has a 3-turn cooldown AoE attack. Before attacking, buffs crit rate and crit damage on herself. If she kills somebody, puts Veil on all allies for 1 turn. Kind of cool. Her A2 teams up with 2 random allies to attack with a 3-turn cooldown. If the target's under decreased defense, these attacks ignore 20% defense. And her A1 is a double hitter, each hit with a 30% chance to place decreased defense. It's kind of crazy. She ignores shield and strengthen when attacking under increased attack fail, perfect fail. One of the better Void epics. One of the better epics. Definitely one of the better ones. For sure, added recently. Let's throw them in on Brutal Hydra together. Let's see how they do. So her ally attack, obviously, on Hydra, it's a little bit random. It might be hard. We're going to target Head of Decay first of all. There she goes in with her nuke, so she's self-buffed, which is nice. Thor's going in. Okay, good. We got what we wanted, which was the provoke from him. There's the ally attack. Some decent damage coming out. Thor actually did join in that time, which was quite lucky. It's certainly not guaranteed to happen. We will take that luck. Thank you very, very much. Can Ugo and land Leech? No, she can't. That's unfortunate. But hey, here we go. Here we come in with Thor's A2. Fulminous Ricochet. Boom! Did you see that damage? Wait, hang on. He's in the wrong gear. We need to put him into the stronger gear. But you saw that, right? You saw him hit for like 400, 500k. Those aren't decapitated heads, ladies and gentlemen. Those were living heads. He's in an accuracy banner. We don't want that. Give him the big attack banner, please. Where is it? There we go. Give us an extra 600 attack. We're going to lose some speed. We don't even care. We'll watch it again. It was so glorious. It was so glorious. And he actually triggered his follow-up attack straight away because he was brought in with the ally attack, which won't always happen. We've no way to control when he will or won't go in with the ally attack. So for Hydra, we're going to have him open with his A3. Here is actually great. It's a decreased speed. We have Aestrid for decrease, but it's giving us a backup. Here we go. They didn't bring him into ally attack this time. Slightly unfortunate, but prepare yourself for the Fulminous Ricochet. It's coming. Hopefully we won't get provoked by the Head of Wrath. It might happen. We might be too slow now. No, here he goes. Fulminous Ricochet. Boom. Actually slightly less damage there that time. Some weaken missing, and I guess we didn't trigger Helm Smasher. Oh, you know what? Actually, you know what was also part of the difference? We also, because we did an ally attack, we hadn't stacked up his Thunder counter quite as much, which is giving you that stacking damage. He's going to go with his A2. Bit of damage. Here he comes in with the passive. Boom! About 100k to each head across the board. Not too bad. His follow-up just did more damage. His 10-stack Thunder passive did more damage than the full skill on the Epic, which is quite funny. And she's in quite good gear as well. We should target this head. Never mind, there we go. We got the provoke. Great. We just want to do a little bit of a run here just to get a bit of a vibe for his damage. We definitely want to decapitate. Here he goes. Ally attack. Fantastic. He might have triggered some extra hits there. He was in with the passive, so there you go. He's ramping. He's doing stuff. Let's see. We've got Aestrid in this team, Wixwell, Rector Drath, and Ugo, sort of the standard core. He's going in with the Fulminous Ricochet. Boom, about, 500k. Follow-up attack then as well. About 200 to 300k right there against decapitated heads with no decreased defense or weaken. Let's see if he can hit some of these. Let's see if he can hit some. Here he goes in. Hammer of Heaven. Bang, not too bad. About 300 or so. Hopefully he got some cooldown reduction. We can see the old Fulminous. Let's see. There's the weaken. That's going to up our damage. We missed it on one head, but we got it on the others. Ally attack. Didn't bring in Thor. It's tragic. That's tragic. Pick Thor. Why don't you pick Thor? One head coming back. Oh, no. He's gone in with his A1, but about 400k per hit. It's not too shabby. Let's just get the provoke on this head over here. And, yeah, we'll run it out a tiny bit more. Should have hit that head. Doesn't ever. You hit that one. She's doing decent damage as well. You see if you can get a provoke, though I guess it doesn't hugely matter. Fulminous Ricochet. Ooh, 1 million, 2 million, baby. And then the follow-up for about 500,000 more. That right there, that's what I want to show you. Thor is just constantly pumping out. There we go. He's in again. He's just constantly pumping out damage against these heads. It's kind of crazy. We do need to land a provoke on this head. Actually, we don't need to, but we probably should. Let's see if we can get an ally attack with Thor. No, we didn't. But man, when his stuff lines up, he's popping off. He really, really is popping off. There's a provoke. Fulminous Ricochet. 1,000,000 over there. Not too much damage against this head. It's Head of Suffering. We must not have procced Helm Smasher. He didn't have any debuff, so it wasn't too strong against him, unfortunately. But that's okay. But yeah, he's pumping out constant damage. You're constantly getting his passive doing extra damage as well. It's kind of really good, to be honest. There he goes in. Sky Rupture again. Why not? Why not do another Sky Rupture? Let's actually target this head so we get the provoke, hopefully. Bang, he goes in with his AoE, decrease speed, decreasing their resistance. It's all good stuff. Let's ooh, ally attack. Oh, he was feared. You hate to see it. He was feared. Okay, we've got this back on. Yeah, that's a little bit of a look. Now, let me show you the actual stats. If we end this battle, just to give you like a rough gander at this team, you can see, okay, the Fusion Epic, he's actually, like I said, a really good Epic, but in terms of damage, Thor is on another level. And he is very much on another level in general. Hang on, let me get this up for you. Okay, so here I've got my folder where we were looking at some different champions. Some of them did well, some of them didn't do well. So we had like Rule the Huntmaster, right? Rule the Huntmaster. In this team, we put him in with a Whisper. Same sort of team, but in with a Whisper and Rule. 100 turns on Brutal Hydra. Rule came in with his team, 107 million. Norid, the last fusion, 160 million with the Whisper. You know, better than Rule. Respectable damage. Old Ashnar, new mythical. New mythical. We put him in with a Skrank for burns. The new mythical, 119. Pretty darn underwhelming for a new mythical. Ashnar was a huge disappointment. Huge disappointment. Rathalos Blademaster, 132. Very impressive performance in with Skrank. Michinaki, if you were curious, 126 million. Vulcan ended really well, 154 million. So what I did with Thor, and I didn't put him in with an ally attack, which would give him more synergy. I put him in with the Rathalos team, so the exact same team. For the Hex variants of this team, we had a Hex damage. So like with Scarred, he was in Hex, and Aestrid and Wixwell were in random sets, which isn't quite fair, but it is what it is. For this version of the team, we've got Curse set on Wixwell and Aestrid. We did the same thing with Thor. 187 million damage. 187 million. It's bonkers. Like, his damage output, from what I can see, actually ends up being totally bonkers because he's constantly pumping out these AoEs, and his synergy with Merciless set is crazy. And this isn't even, I think, his best type of team. I think his best type of team is with ally attackers. I actually saw Bronco. I'm sure Bronco's going to do detailed videos with his team. I saw Bronco ran him with Lady Mikage and Teox and said that Thor was almost as good as Ninja in that team for him, which is nuts because Lady Mikage's A1 doesn't work with Thor, but it works with Ninja. So Thor was doing almost as much as Ninja in that team. I think Thor has the potential to be an absolute gigantic damage dealer for Hydra. And bearing in mind, he's bringing you AoE decrease speed as well, which is a really useful debuff to have. Really, really useful. So is he good for Hydra? Yeah, he's a freaking beast. He's a beast. He can smack. He's disgusting. So I was going into this honestly skeptical because I'd heard people were poo-pooing on Thor, honestly. They read his kit and they said, this guy looks shit. I tested him out, and honestly, in Hydra, he's pumping. He is pumping. Like I said, I need to do more testing with him for sure. But my initial test, he is like way better than Rathalos Blademaster. In fact, he's just ridiculously good in general. You know what? At this point, just because I want to, I do have a blessing for him. I think I've got a 5-star soul. I kind of want to put this on him for Arena because this is what you're gonna get. In fact, let's run him back in the Hydra. Will we run him back in the Hydra team with the Lady Mikage? Let's do it. Let's do it for fun. For his blessing, Heaven Cast is a good option, 1.5% damage per buff. Nature's Wrath is also good as well. You can go up to 15% bonus damage. He is putting debuffs. This is a bit tricky. Nature's Wrath, I think, is the best for Hydra. And would be really good for clearing campaign as well and all of that. I obviously crushing Rend at 6 stars by far the best, but you're probably not going to get him a 6-star for a good while. But you might, especially if you don't have a trend app. The thing about Heaven Cast is that will be more consistent for Arena, but let's put him in Nature's Wrath. Let's put him in the best blessing for quick run through campaign for fun, because it's too much fun. He should one shot all the waves now. Blonk. Yep, they're dead. How about this one? Bonk. Yep, they're dead. Oh my god. He just got 400,000 damage. Oh my god. That's too good. Let's throw him in. Let's put in the Mikage. Let's do it. Okay. Fusion Epic. You're actually a good Fusion Epic, but it's Mikage's time to shine. She's kind of bad gear. I don't know what happened to her. We'll put her in like this. I get very confused. Wait, did I disable something I shouldn't have? Yes, I did. Number 2. There we go. Excellent. Okay. Let's just throw him in for fun. Throw him in for fun. Here we go. I'm just curious to see what level of damage he's going to do now. And actually, hang on. Because we did provoke there, he's going to start building. With the Mikage ally attacks, he will build up his stuff a lot faster. We can extend buffs there. That's fine. She must be in Relentless gear, I guess. That's fine. We'll just smack this. I'm not really worrying about it too much. I just want to make sure that Wixwell actually does his move. I have him set to open with his A1, which he doesn't need with Mikage. Then we just let Thor start slamming. So yeah, hopefully he and Mikage... Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Let's target this head. So that the Mikage ally attacks will bring in Wixwell, or Wixwell will get around to his attacks or whatever. Sad face, we have one Poison Cloud out. You hate to see it. I hate to see it. Mikage should be back round to an ally attack in a turn or two, though. Fulminous Ricochet, big damage. Follow-up attack, big damage. It's glorious. And then Mikage has been targeted by that head. It's a bummer that Thor is not part of Mikage's faction, because he can't join in with the A1s like a ninja can, which would push him absolutely to another level. He's going in with the A1s, chunking. Lovely. Imperial Decree. We're going on this head right here. The ally attack. Fantastic. Stacking up Thor some more. Thor some more. Yeah, I want to see him hit some decapitated heads. Let's pause it till we get there. Okay, boom. We've got some heads are down. Heads will roll. Let's see what he will do. We probably actually do need to target something to make sure that Mikage doesn't go mad. Yeah, about 400k per A1, roughly. Not too bad. That is decreased defense weaken. This is on brutal. Let's see how much damage he can do. I think his Fulminous Ricochet is going to be on cooldown. Can we speed it up here? Here's the Mikage ally attack. Bonk bonk, couple of hits from Thor. Will it trigger his passive? No, not quite yet. Here he goes in, Hammer of Heaven. Yep, nice damage. Decreased speed is out. Lovely. Feels good. It feels good. And this team, we're not really making use of Mikage, I will say, with this team, unfortunately. We'd want something else in. Actually, I guess we don't want to target Fulminous Ricochet. Bonk. Just big damage. Follow-up attack, big damage. It would be very interesting to do a full run. I'm not going to do it right now. I think we've established what needs to be established, which is Thor looking good for Hydra? Yes. Yes, he is. He absolutely is looking good for Hydra. Let's try some Arena. What I decided to put him in with is, especially because we got Odin, should actually be live right now. Let's run him with Odin as well. What I've got going on, I've got Odin with good accuracy and over 200 crit damage. Thor now with a 5-star blessing. He's pumping. He has over 7,500 attack, 324 crit damage, 100% crit rate, 268 accuracy. We've got a Sifi and Yumiko. The gear on these is much worse than it is on my actual live game, but we'll just have to make do. So, I mean, let's give it a go. We're up against enemy Sifi. At least we got the big aura from Odin to boost us up. So let's come in here. Okay. Got no pinpoint gear either, but we can lock him out, which is nice. The Sifi resisted. That's fine. Let's see. Odin, can you strip and stun? Well, we stunned one of them. All right, here's Thor. This is where his self buff, I think, becomes great. So we can attack all enemies. Self buff. He'll even be decreasing their resistance. Oh my god. 180,000 damage against Sifi. Maybe she doesn't have any gear on. I don't know. I don't know what just happened there, but that was actually kind of gross. That was kind of disgusting, actually. Wukong is back in. Odin just spread block damage. Let's see if we can strip the stone skin and nuke Python. No, doesn't look. We didn't steal it. That's unfortunate. We'll sleep the Wukong. We'll hit him. Right, Thor. This is a bummer because there's actually dead enemies. He's actually not going to do too much. I mean, let's kill the Wukong because we can, just to be rude. Oh, we actually got this move back. Yeah, you can totally one-shot a Python, 100k damage with Odin. The two of them, I think these are the best two of the... We've got block damage. I mean, let's see this. Full miss ricochet. Oh my god. Whoa. He didn't even get to use his freaking passive, dude. We might be outsped over on the... I mean, let's try. Let's just try him on auto. We might get absolutely bonkers wrecked by being outsped by people with better champs and gear and whatnot. Let's give it a go. Oh, intercept on Odin. That's cool. Lock him out. Okay, you know what? Actually, we'll just leave him go. So our Odin should actually steal... Yeah, buff strip him before that happens. Let's just see. Full auto. Dear Lord. Dear Lord. Again, one-shotting a Sifi. Killed him. Now, unfortunately, because I've got a preset, he's going to waste... Never mind. No, he actually used his A3. He got cooldown reduction. He used his A3. But we can live with that. Odin's going to one-shot that guy. Their Odin might spread block damage. Never mind, he can't. Fulminous Ricochet. Yeah, goodbye. Oh my god. Guys. This feels like the second coming of Trunda for Arena. What it feels like. This is like Trunda 2.0 for Arena. Just huge damage. All right, we're boosting up. Oh, but we've been cut in on. He cut in on us. He's going to polymorph him. No, Odin. No! Okay, we're in trouble, team. We're in trouble, and we're dead. That's it. Oh, unless... Yeah, no, it's not happening. We're dead. We're dead. 6-star thing is too strong. Pushed us back. We got wrecked. That's fine. No 6-star pushbacky thing here, so we will actually manage to lock him out. That's a 6-star temporal chains. It's good against Sifi, especially when your team's not properly speed tuned because it's a random one in the test server. Okay, here we go. Lock him out. Beautiful. See if we can strip some buffs. We stripped some. A1. Gonna lock him out of one of his AoEs, but he's got 2. You can't lock him out of AoEs if he's got 2. Oh my god. What? Bro didn't even have increased attack on. That was just his A2. That was just his A2. Odin not quite able to one-shot UDK, but he did over 100k damage to him, by the way. What was that? Okay, let's not fight Scratch. Too scary. Let's fight this enemy, Thor. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my god. Okay, listen. I think we've established what an initial showcase is supposed to establish. Thor, he needed to do big damage. Well, let me tell you, he is definitely doing that. 149k against Mariska, 130k against Sifi. She survived thanks to Swift parry. If not for that, she would be hella dead. Odin could have killed her right there, actually. Here he comes, Thor. Fullness Ricochet, 100k to Sifi, 27k to Rotus. You call yourself a damage dealer, Thor. I'm only joking. Of course, it's the Rotus passive keeping him alive. Oh, look, block damage. Doing some work right there. Berserk. It's actually a terrible idea. Don't put that on a Rotus. Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, Thor, is this a fusion you want to go for? Yes. Yes, it is. This actually shocked me. I did not expect Thor to be doing this much. He's actually bonkers. I mean, I guess we got Odin putting decreased defense, actually, which is upping it. But he seems like a very respectable damage dealer. Arena for Thor, Stone Skin's definitely a problem, but like, my gosh, he certainly has, he's got good damage output. He does have good damage. Oh, they're locked out. They can't even do anything. Holy shit. So like, Odin is doing a lot of work in these arena fights, but honestly, for Hydra, he impressed me. Decent damage against that Duchess. You can see she's tanking it really well, though. She's got the damage reduction from AoEs. This is where hopefully the... Oh, gosh, yeah, Odin is destroying. Ah, Polymorph, though. That's his weakness. Thor, with a short cooldown AoEs, he's making... He's He's doing work though. Yeah, honestly, I think he's definitely worth going for as a fusion. I think people were skeptical going into it. I am not skeptical. I think he's nuts. I think there's massive potential for him for a lot of players. And not only would I say you really want to do this Thor fusion, in my opinion, you really want to make sure to get his 5-star soul as well. So start saving your resources for, I'm assuming they're going to give us a big event to get the Thor soul. I think expect it to be difficult. I can see now why the Thor fusion is going to be difficult from the looks of it. This champion, I think, is a serious damage dealer. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.